everybody! My name is Billy, and I am joined by all of these wonderful guest stars for a wonderful game of Masks, the TTRPG. Before we dive right in and get everything all set and started, thank you all for joining. We're super excited to do this today. It's been a good time. I hope you all can hear us okay. If you can, thumbs up. If you can't, please just spam me in the chat and yell at my face. Totally understand. But before we get into all of that greatness, tonight's episode is a special charity stream for the Trevor Project. We are doing this to raise as much money as possible. We have already raised an incredible amount. I think right now we have the Trevor Project fundraiser bar at the bottom of our screen, but we are at $892, which is only off by 100-ish. And we want to beat that tonight. We still have a whole nother stream to see if that's going to happen. We're stoked. We're really excited that you gave us the opportunity to do this. So anybody returning from yesterday, thank you. We love you for all the stuff you've done. And I do want to take a second and also thank all of you on the stream right now for being our wonderful guests. And we really appreciate that you guys joined us for this really fun game tonight. If we're going to go over everybody's introductions in just a moment. But before we do that, just a little bit about the Trevor Project, if you haven't looked into it. They provide crisis relief for the LGBTQ plus community. So please, if you guys get a moment, go there. We should have a link somewhere for you to be able to go access more information for them. But all of the proceeds that we earned from tonight's episode, yesterday's episode, and tonight's stream run by Conlin will all be going towards the Trevor Project. So please donate like crazy. I actually encourage you tonight to not subscribe to us and use that money towards trying to put towards the Tiltify donation. We would really appreciate that. Okay, moving on from that. We are playing, like I said before, we are playing Masks, the TTRPG. All of you are wonderful heroes tonight, fighting crime and saving lives in the city of True Pride City, which I'm very excited for you to join this world with the incredible heroes that all of you put together, and I think it's going to be a really fun night of our lovely spin-off of Definitely Not the Teen Titans. So, going into it, I do want everyone to introduce themselves before we start the stream. So we're going to start in order of, well, how the stream looks right now. So Wences, you're going to go first. Sid, you're second. Danny, Sabrina, then we'll finish off with Andy, and then I'll explain the story after that. Please introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about your character.
I knew it was always going to be me. Hi, everybody. My name is Wensis. It's Wen and Sis put together. If you get it wrong, don't worry about it. I'll be playing Felix Antonio with the Outsider playbook. His vigilante name is Erebus. He's not really a hero, but he's not really a villain. He's just kind of in his own little lane. He was an orphan who was on his deathbed, was approached by a hooded figure who called him Erebus and told him that it was time to take the mantle of the shadows. Didn't think anything of it, said the transformation word Sombra, and transformed into Erebus. He is at True Pride Academy to pretty much figure himself out. He's not from this place. He doesn't know where he's from, and he just wants to be accepted for who he is. And he's very emo.
Good description. I like it. All right, Sid, go for it.
All right, so I'm next. I'm Sid, Sundown Sid on socials. Tonight I'll be playing. Well, today I'll be playing Marcus Mayberry. I'll be using the Transform book. Superhero name Angus. And I am Marcus is a minotaur, basically, just a big old furry guy who's gentle as they come. Not originally from True Pride City, here at True Pride Academy, to try to find a place to fit in and find people who care about him. And that's about it.
Okay. Sounds awesome. Danny, go ahead. All you.
Hi, I'm Danny. I am Paladin Pump. Pretty much everything. Find me. I am playing Nico Hernandez, aka Flare, from the Nova play. So Nico can manipulate cosmic energy and the energy to do things like create constructs or just blast a person in the face with.
All right. Can anyone else hear Danny? Is Danny still there?
No.
Okay.
No,
No.
they're frozen for me.
Oh no!
There we
Oh,
are.
no, there you go.
Yeah, you're back. Welcome back.
Hey.
Sorry.
No worries. I think you wrapped right about saying Flair's name and like getting ready to explain Flair.
Oh dang, that was a long time ago. Okay, sorry. Where? Oh, yep. She can manipulate cosmic energy, so she can take all the energy around her, constructs, blast somebody in the face with some energy, and she's also at True Pride Academy to be the best hero she can be. She just wants to help people, and she's just happy to have friends and be here.
I love it. I love it. Sabrina, go ahead and follow us up.
Hiya, howdy. My name is Sabrina. I am BBEG Brina on all of my socials. Today I'll be playing Rin Pluto, aka the Invisible Tally. She comes from the Beacon playbook and is like an archer who is hidden. She did not get her name from herself. She got it from the people because she shoots arrows that have tally marks on them. And yeah, that's Rin.
Awesome. Andy, round us out.
Hello, beautiful nerds and everyone else watching this stream. My name is Andy, and you can find me at Mr. Dandy DM on all of the socials. I will be playing Maxwell Steele from the Transformed playbook. He is a happy-go-lucky android just trying to find his way at True Pride Academy. He has mad, as previously stated by everyone here, mad golden retriever energy, and is very much the den mother of the group who just wants everyone to get along.
I love it. You guys have put together so many creative characters. And goodness gracious, Wisdom Save, you are amazing. We are up another $40 at 932. So keep earning cash. We're almost at 1,000. Let's beat 1,000 tonight. I will be happy with just that, and then we'll double it so we can beat the last stream. I mean, not that they're okay. It's whatever. It's a charity thing. We're not trying to beat them.
Going down.
But again, thank you all for joining. And before we roll directly into it, just a little bit about the game that we're playing tonight. If anybody has heard of the Powered by the Apocalypse system, it is a 2d6 system, so it isn't like your traditional D&D. You are essentially rolling 2d6 to decide what moves you're doing, decide if that is obviously like a success, a failure, kind of like the similar D20 system. The only difference is basically everything is going to be decided by those 2d6. Your normal actions can be described by you, and I will let you do anything unless I ask you to roll for it. So just for players' ease, because I know everyone here also is still a little bit new to the 2d6 system, you all just illustrate your actions like you normally would in a game of roleplay. And then we'll have some fun with it tonight. So just do your best. And everyone's right, and everyone's having fun. That's what I care about. If the rules are wrong, I don't care. But, all right, I think that wraps about everything. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, let's jump directly into the game itself. Let me open up a little bit of a different vibe, just for a moment. Hell yeah. Superhero music. All right, kicking it off old school. So, you all are starting off in the city of True Pride City. A little bit about the city itself. If I have to give it a comparison, and I think I compared it to you all when I described it the first time, it is it's what New York City would be if the creators of Steven Universe got to take it over and make it look a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more defined. You all are different members from different parts of the city. This city has been established for, I'd say, a little over 15 years at this point. The superheroine, the Q, which was not the founding member of the city, but this city is normal and plain as anything could be before the Q arrived. And with the arrival of the Q brought the arrival... Oh, chat can't hear background music. I got you. Can you hear it now? I hope you can hear it. Okay. I'm gonna take that as a maybe. So, going into it, you all are starting out in that city. Give me one moment, chat. I apologize. Hang on, everybody. I'm gonna see if... Okay.
I like all of them.
I'm pretty partial to Lunch League.
Okay.
Lunch League. We like Lunch League.
Lunch League is so solid.
Yeah.
Okay, chat, tell me if you can hear. You can hear it? Okay. Does it sound good? Sound okay? Good. That's what I like to hear. All right, back into it. Give me just one moment. I love how excited you got. They're still... I'm going to spoil it for a second. They're still deciding their team name, and I'm very excited to hear about the conversations that they're having for this. So,
We know what it is. It's great.
yeah. Yeah, totally. I'm with it. But to give you guys a little bit more of a background, this city is... It's a wonder... think of Metropolis. Think of, all of these superheroes and all of these even normal people that all want to establish an identity here. A lot of people that come to this city are coming with the dream of starting a new life, starting something that represents themselves in a way that wherever they were previously just couldn't handle, or wasn't ready for them. Whether that's being a superhero, whether that's establishing your own personal identity, whatever it may be. In that time, there has been a major rise in superhero activity, as the Q was the one to kind of enter it as an LGBT icon. They basically used their influence on the city to mold it to be a safer, more inclusive place over time, whether that be many different changes to the way things work, the way things run, the structures, the businesses. You can see it reflect through the entire city. The veins of the city is a very safe and colorful place. Picking up where we are at now, after those 15 years since the Q has been around. A couple things to note. First, it has been about a month since the titular heroine, has gone missing. The group of you, from all different parts of the city, and as we've discussed previously, have come together to form a group to figure out what happened to the Q, where the Q went, and what is going to bring them back. Since the Q has been missing, your city has been slowly falling and losing the identity that once so described it. The city itself is losing what made it so unique. People just haven't been going out in the streets nearly as often. You can see it almost looks like a wasteland compared to what it used to be. It used to be such an open and vibrant, beautiful city. People all like talking and spending time with each other, now is something where everybody's closed off and like businesses are shuttering and it with the queue missing, it seems like people don't feel safe anymore. But you're here to fix that. The last time anybody has seen the queue was during a fight with the notorious Might Knight, a villain of very, very, I guess I would say, bold claims and bold actions that seems to not as much want to focus on the progressiveness of the city that has been such as described. Might Knight is a villain that wears all gold. Kind of looks like a big, I'd say like a mix of like Superman meets I found the DuckTales giant vault that Scrooge McDuck swims through, with shorter kind of like white pulled back hair and a grin that just makes you uncomfortable. All right, describing where you guys are at right now. You all are in an abandoned part of True Pride City at the moment. An abandoned part that you made your own warehouse for your own activities. Today is the day that you have gathered all of the leads that you took from different parts of True Pride City to gather them together to figure out where the queue has gone. I was going to describe your warehouse, but I would like one of you to describe this beautiful hangout that you all put together in the tech prep chat before we started this today. Any volunteers? If not, I'm picking the leader of your group, who has been identified by yourselves. So, whoever you want to go.
Okay.
It could also just be a group effort if we.
Yeah, it could be like a
I could-
collective, you know.
It absolutely could.
So, in the common area, it's like a very like young adult vibe. I feel like very chill. There's a large open space and a bunch of everybody's items spread across. And then everybody has their own room except for Ren. So if somebody wanted to describe their room.
Maxwell Steele, there is a room that he has, but he finds himself very much gravitating towards the common area where he has like a charging pack that he will sit in whenever everyone is just resting. And he uses it to sort of recharge his power cells. He loves this common area because he gets to just hang out with everyone when everyone's just sort of gathered.
Anybody else want to describe anything about your hideout?
Go ahead.
Okay. Nico's little area is kind of chaotic. There's pillows and blankets everywhere because she cannot sit on a chair for long. She has to move around. There's probably art supplies just all over the place, and all kinds of just random glowing things. Somebody mentioned lava lamps, and absolutely, there's probably at least 3 different colored lava lamps in there. And that's where she hangs out.
I like it.
Felix's room is completely dark. Everything is completely blacked out curtains, boarded up windows. Occasionally he'll open up the curtains, let some sun in, but for the most part it's completely pitch black in there. It's hard to see in, it's very hard to see out.
Well, since Marcus being who Marcus is, and the sheer size of this large minotaur, can't really fit in much places. So where I sleep is in there's a bowl a skate park bowl for in the middle of the warehouse, and that's where I sleep. That's where I sleep. And every now and then, Flair just tosses random pillows, blankets, and or stuffed animals in, and I have all of them piled in the corner. Yeah, just to be out of the way during the daytime if anyone wants to drop in.
I love this. I love that we're going over rooms. This is I dig this hideout that you guys are making. Okay, going right now, all of you again are gathering today to kind of go over what evidence you've found. It's very little at the moment. You guys have just heard different whispers on the street. Right now, you're trying to find somebody that might know the location of Might Knight's hideout. You've gathered that possibly that is where the queue is being held, if they are still being held somewhere. So, kind of sprawled out amongst your hideout and your common area are different, like, variations of like pinned boards and conspiracy like areas that you have of like different pins and like different little threads that are tied all around into different areas with big circles like over everything that you're doing. Kind of over on like the other side, there's like markers spread out all over the place and like half-eaten snacks from like the moments you've just have been talking, eating, and like trying to figure out more conspiracies that all of you have put together. From it today, you all also have a small little helper bot that is kind of like the little maid of your like hideout that you have. It's a small, if I have to describe it, it's like a very small version of the robot from the Jetsons. Like, just this small little bot that goes around that also takes the evidence that you guys have gathered and kind of formulates it and formulates ideas as you're kind of going through, and it just does general checks on you all as well. Like, maybe comes in and just sees how you're doing, making sure you're not needing a snack or needing a drink. This little bot is called Bebop, and just kind of goes around a little Bebop. So, yeah, other than that, you all are gathered right now around the common area. Bebop is in the little area grabbing your little protein bars to make sure that you all are feeling healthy before you go on your next mission. I'm gonna leave it to you guys at the moment to kind of discuss amongst each other what. Let me take a step back. I'm gonna leave it to you guys to kind of discuss some clues that you might have amongst yourselves. The one thing that you do have described on the sheet of paper is you have a tip that was gathered by a outside source, another hero that you guys are friends with, that said they might know somebody that has more information on the whereabouts of Might Knight's hideout. You guys still haven't opened that tip yet. It's still like folded in the envelope, but that's what you're all gathered here for today, is to either talk about things you might know or open that tip and dive right into it. But I'm going to leave you guys in your little area to discuss as all of you guys are surrounding, like kids staring down at this weird thing that's placed in the middle of this coffee table between the 5 of you. The scene is yours.
Maxwell, on top of Bebop, distributing like protein bars and drinks and stuff, Maxwell has just he's placed on the table, like sort of next to the note, just 2 pizzas that he's made himself, and just like, and then he just yells, "Pizza's here!" They're all, and it's Supreme style pizza, so it's like peppers and it's sausage and onion and pepperoni.
Nico probably comes running out of her room. Pizza.
I will telepathically ask Maxwell if it is Supreme.
GM, since since Maxwell is a robot, does he like, can he hear the telepathic?
You feel like you're getting like a data transmission. Like it's something is like hitting you like an email.
Yes.
And
Ugh.
it's a little scary.
It's Morse code. It's Morse code. That's what it is.
It's like AIM. Out loud, Maxwell responds, "Yes, it is supreme."
God, he doesn't know how this works.
Ren,
I'll come out of my room for the pizza.
Tally, who has already been sitting on the couch, goes and grabs a slice of the pizza, and to not hurt Maxwell's feelings, try to like hide that she's picking off all the toppings and like throw them over her shoulder, and then it's like, very good, Maxwell, good job, thank you.
I think if that's something that happens a lot, I think Nico makes like a tiny trash can behind her that she just throws it into so they can hide it better and not hurt his feelings.
Marcus is standing there holding 36 of those protein bars that Bebop was handing out, eating them by the threes, and said, "Oh, yeah, pizza."
Maxwell takes one of the two pizzas and like pushes it over to Marcus. "This one is yours."
Yeah, thanks. And it's just it's supreme, but supreme veggie, and it's it's just other vegetables that aren't usually on a pizza, like carrots, cauliflower. All the other
ultimate veggie pizza.
Oh yeah, all the other supreme toppings, save for the meats, and it's just
Maxwell's still working
squash.
on the what supreme actually means.
I think Ren or Tally would have sent out her little dragonfly listening guy to listen around to any whispers that would have been heard of the town. Would it be okay for that dragonfly to come back and land on her shoulder?
You just, as like a little fluttering of wings, kind of like zip through and like land right on your shoulder, Tally.
Is listening guy his name?
Huh?
Is the listening guy his name?
Now it is. Hello, little listening guy. Tally taps on him. Oh.
Just like flutters its wings like excitingly.
What did you hear? And when she says that, it kind of looks like a whisper comes from her mouth, and the sound starts playing from all of the like important things that he would have picked up.
So the sound plays out loud to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So you all hear like, hello. The things that I picked up on the radar today go as follows, and like immediately it kind of like seems to like be sputtering, like you see its eyes kind of like sputtering over like this like text that it's kind of going through, like it's reading something. Madam Forrester has hid in their hideout and has not come out since the incredibly embarrassing accident of last month. The paychecks have bounced for lots and lots of employees throughout the city of True Pride City. What information was I supposed to be doling out?
The Q. It's okay. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
Interesting. Yes. The Q, and you see like text like going very fast in its eyes. The Q. Dastardly villains, no, dastardly. Oh, the Q. Yes. So the information that I have learned and picked up throughout the streets is quite possibly somebody has been talking about a broadcast, some kind of broadcast. Involving the Q today, but I unfortunately wasn't able to get any more information as I tried to get close and, well, they swatted at me. So,
I'm so sorry, little buddy.
yes. My feelings have never been better.
A broadcast. Does anybody think that they could pull it up? What should we do?
I'm gonna yell for Bebop. Bebop!
Yes, yeah, I'm coming, what? And you see this tiny little bot on the ground, little silver, like, metal chest, two, like, glaring, like, eyes that, like, flicker with LEDs to, like, display emotion. What is it? Did you fill the trash can up again? As it, like, goes over to the little trash can and, like, starts, like, using its little claws to tie a little knot in the trash can and, like, zip it.
Mine's still full. It's just because it's dark, nothing's gonna happen, man. As long as I don't transform, you're good. I didn't mean to try to turn you into that again. Anyways, transmission for the queue. Do you know anything about it? Like, where did it go? How come none of us heard of it? Where did it broadcast from? The source? Just give me what you got.
I feel like you're saying a lot of things at me that I have no clarification on what you're... Can somebody translate what this man just said, please? Anyone?
Tally, is listening guy saying that the broadcast has happened already, or is it is going to happen? There is going to be a broadcast.
Yeah, I missed that part. I wasn't listening to that. Sorry.
I have not a clue if anything about a broadcast. I can check. I can grab one of the old TVs we have around here.
Tally like kneels down in front of Bebop and is like, "That would be great," and pats Bebop on the top of their head.
Thank you. Somebody appreciates hard work around here. I'm just saying, let's clean the place. And you see the wheels.
I'm gonna throw a pepperoni at him when he turns around.
Roll. Let's first roll the game. Roll Defy Danger for me. Go ahead and roll me a danger. Or no, not danger. I'm thinking fucking... Roll me a... No, it is danger. I'm right. Hell yeah. Roll a danger roll.
It doesn't have to be danger.
It does. It absolutely does.
That's an 8. I have a -1 in danger.
So, mixed beat. Interesting. You do throw that pepperoni and it just... like stick right to the back of Bebop's like little metal like plate on the back of their head, and they turn back to you and go, "I know your sleeping patterns."
I know where you live.
Me too. And turns back and starts ominously like aligning its head with the way it's going. And then, like, going straight as the wheels spin, like, very, like, ominously. Like, louder than they were spinning before, but slower than it was going.
Felix, you gotta be nicer to Bebop.
Ever since we found it, he just doesn't like me. I can't control what Erebus does. He knows that part of it.
Maybe stop trying to throw pepperoni at him. That's a start.
That is a good start, yes.
Good throw.
He looked hungry. Does it eat?
I slowly look to Maxwell.
Yeah, how do you eat pizza? Why did you...
Maxwell has not eaten any pizza. He just makes pizza for people. Which is probably the reason why there are carrots on one of the pizzas, because it's just like he doesn't know what tastes good.
1 second, guys, very quickly. I'm just... We're back. Okay, we're back on. Apologize, everybody. Our little tech error. But, go on. You guys are back in the scene.
Callie... Go ahead.
I think Nico hops up and will very excitedly run up to like the board, one of the boards, and finally able to use a pin and some new yarn that she got that they haven't been able to use in a while. Write broadcast with a question mark, very big, and then add a string.
Callie taps on listening guy again.
Yes.
Did the broadcast happen, or is it a plan to happen?
There is a broadcast. Let me access my memory banks. Moments, and it kind of like almost like shuts down for a second, where its eyes are just like again spinning more text, and it finally like pops its eyes back up and goes, "Ah, yes, the broadcast. Let me play you the audio clip that I previously heard." Yeah, so they didn't even see it coming because the thing that was happening is the cue, and then they're gonna find out about the broadcast, and then like it seems to be cutting like in and out and goes losers, and then it cuts out, and that's kind of the only information that seems to be given in the audio clip that listening guy has.
That was not entirely helpful.
Yeah.
Maybe we should
Don't say
open
that.
up our.
Oh.
That was
so
very
sorry.
helpful, listening guy. Thank
I'm-
you so much.
I missed. Yeah, that's on me. Maybe we should open the envelope on the table and see what tip we have.
Oh, right. I got distracted by the pizza.
Wait, you're wait. By distracted, did you mean that you liked the pizza? The pizza was good. The pizza is good.
Yes, the pizza's great.
Oh,
Yeah, very edible.
Maxwell like breathes a sigh of relief. There's an audible electronic sigh that he lets out.
This happens every time Maxwell makes anything.
It's trial and error. He's testing out some new skills.
I mean, everything. This isn't the first time this has happened. This is the first time he's made pizza. It's always great. Maxwell, the pizza is always great.
I feel like at this point, like under the pizza is the note, so Rin like pulls on it and opens it up to read the tip.
Ooh. Okay. You are able. You kind of just like grab the letter, and as you open it, there's a small seal that has it shut at the second. Like it's a little wax seal on the back side of it. As you go to pull it open, you kind of like flick it. But the one thing that you do notice about that seal, as you look at it specifically, Tally, as you like go to pop it open, it looks like slightly familiar, like you've seen it before, but you can't place it. Like you don't know exactly where you've seen it. As you kind of like pop it, inside is what seems to be like a very crisp white folded note. As you kind of like pop that out and like open it up, on the inside it says, like in all of these cut out like magazine letters, like a ransom note, it says, "Check TV at 3 p.m.
What time is it?
2:58.
We need
I
that
don't-
TV now.
Where is it?
I feel like in this warehouse, there's like a pile of like TVs, like old tube televisions that we've like hooked up, like all into like this one power strip, and they're all sort of like they're all like linked. So it's almost like an art house installation where it's like one program will play on all like 20 of the televisions.
Or just like a giant TV.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
We need to find a remote. Where's the remote?
You go ahead. Bebop is doing their best to get these TVs like on. Like you see them like trying to drag this cord over and like plug it into the outlet. They're doing their best, but they are completely ignoring you at the moment. Erebus.
Oh.
And can I rip off like a piece of like the cardboard on the pizza and attempt to make a remote?
Yeah, you know what? Okay, give me
Alien weaponry, man. I'm just trying to make things that shouldn't be made.
roll me a superior roll.
Ah, yes. Cheese is my favorite. Oh, hey, it's not bad. That's 13.
A 13. Interesting. Okay. You are like you craft what you think is this like little remote. You like put you yoink batteries out of like some of the game controllers you guys have laying around, like old ones, and kind of like jam it into this like little cardboard construction you're making. It like you finally like get the last pieces of like circuitry in, like using like spare pepperonis and whatever's in the pizza box, because that's how electronics work for sure. And you kind of like strap it together and build it. And yeah, I mean, it seems like a remote. You put the batteries in and you see like the little LED pepper that you have on the top of it, like pops, like it's powered on. You could use it if you
just
wanted
like
to.
just mushing everything together and like pull a piece of shadow out of my ear and just kind of like flick it in so it turns on.
You flick it, it turns, you hit the button, and all of the TVs and all of the electronics that you have in this place just immediately fucking turn on full blast. Like, everything is like high volume and just extremely loud. It was a critical success, so everything was just powered on with this magnificent Bluetooth remote that you just made out of pizza toppings and a cardboard piece of the box.
I run around the corner as soon as all this goes on with 13 remotes.
What are you putting the pepperonis, Max? Jeez.
Can Nico just like, it's so loud, can Nico just like siphon out the energy of everything else except the TV so that everything turns off?
Ooh, roll me. Interesting. Roll me a savior roll.
Does this affect Maxwell and Bebop?
We're gonna find that out.
Oh,
right
no.
now.
Oh, Jesus.
8.
An 8. Interesting. So you go to like do this, and you are like pulling all this energy in from all these other places. These TVs like start like it was a mixed success. So like the TVs start powering off. The one that you have in the middle stays on. Maxwell, like you like reboot for a second. Like it's like and like
Windows 95 has crashed. Like suddenly I blue screen on everything.
Oh shit.
Bebop also just stops in their place and then just like
Nico's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Well, on the upside, you might have fixed Bebop, but
While all this is going on, Tally would have ripped off the seal that was on the note and then passed it to everybody else and pocketed the seal.
absolutely. I like it. Okay. Perfect. I will say none of you seen that. You were quick enough to like throw it right in your pocket. As you guys are like kind of taking a look like at the screen and trying to see what the broadcast is, and Maxwell's dealing with a reboot process, all of you are kind of like gathered around for the moment. It goes from like this insurance commercial where it's just like, oh yeah, superheroes breaking your buildings, are cars falling out of the sky and landing on other cars, can you not get to work in the morning? Well, I'll tell you how to and it just kind of like fuzzles out for a second.
I hate that commercial.
Oh, you're back.
This like weird like commercial kind of comes on where it's like it's kind of like like buzzing in and out. Like there's a lot of static. It's like zzz, and like finally it seems to kind of land on a picture, and when you finally see what that picture is, you see is it's like, hey, it's me, the Q, and like it's kind of like cutting in and out. You see the Q in their full costume, but it seems like it's kind of like cut together almost, where it's like, I stand for this city to fall, and it you see is like they are like stuck on the word fall, fall. Identity is nothing to me, and I will tell you why. And it's like kind of fumbling in and out, just to describe the Q for everyone that hasn't heard of them yet. They have like a very like form-fitting bodysuit with like a vibrant color pattern. They have a big like Q on their chest that's big and blazoned. They have a like their costume is like the like kind of rainbow colored, like all the way down, and that Q is like just big and like salmon pink almost on their chest. Their cape kind of like goes all the way down in a big like purple pattern, and their boots and their gloves are also purple. And they have their hair kind of like tied back into like a what seems to be like just kind of like a bun, like a real close bun. And that bun is also like a salmon pink to match that emblem. As they're standing there, they're saying, never fear, because I will let you down. And you see like it's just going through it looks like presentations cobbled together. It doesn't look like a live video. As like they go to say that, it fades. And in its place is hello, True Pride City. My name is Might Knight. You might have heard of me. You might know of me. Take it as you might. 24 hours. 24 hours, I am bringing True Pride City to its knees. There is no more identity. Everybody will be the way that I foresee them to be. We're sticking with tradition. Good luck. 24 hours, I will absolutely show you the monstrous city that you've created. And you see that disgusting white toothed grin just like stretch ear to ear with that white hair pulled back with like a slick silvery sheen. As the camera starts fading out, you see like his eyes like staring into the camera, and it kind of cuts to like a black screen, and you see a countdown just pop up on screen, and you see 24 start going down. It says 23:59, and that's all that's on there now. It's a big golden 23:59.
Bebop, start a countdown that matches the one on screen.
Error.
And-
Rebooting.
Maxwell
I'm
does
sorry.
that too.
And
Oh my God.
Tally hits the TV to turn it off. And for a second, even though she always wears her mask around you, you see her drop this like bubbliness that she usually has.
Well,
We don't have time to sit around.
so we have
Definitely.
24 hours. Is GM, was there anything in the video? I know we were dealing with close-ups of both Might Knight and of the Q, but was there anything in the video that sort of indicated a location potentially?
Absolutely. So I'm gonna let you do two things. Either one, I will let you try to make a superior roll. Actually, superior roll is going to be for both of these. But I will let you try one of two things. You can either try to remember like anything location wise from it, or I will let you try and like with the powers that you have, specifically your character. I will let you try to hack the broadcast and see if you can get more information out of it, as it was broadcasted to you guys, so it had to be sent from somewhere. One or the other. Or you can do both, but you can line them up if you want to do both.
Felix, using your unique abilities with technology, and I know you will be harnessing some of the, well, darker powers you use. Would you be able to assist me in trying to hack this broadcast?
I mean, I got nothing else to do. So, man, let's see what we can find.
Okay. GM, I'm not in terms of like an assistance, like how would that help? Or would it be two separate roles, or would be
So you can't do assistance, but what you can do is would you say that any of you have influence over each other?
Actually, there is an assistance
Is there?
mechanic.
I
Yes.
apologize.
So at the beginning of the game, we start with one point in a team pool. We can use that 1 point to add to somebody's roll.
Oh, perfect. I
When
apologize.
we are in combat, I think you should have a list of questions that we answer that adds team points to the pool, depending on the yes or no answer. But we do start with one.
Well, absolutely. You can add that point to their roll.
okay. So this is superior. I'm at a -1 normally, but with the assistance of Felix, I will be at just 0. So I'm going to attempt to hack broadcast.
Okay.
That is an 8.
It's an 8. Perfect. You do start like you kind of like get close enough to the TV that you start feeling like the transmission like coming straight to you, and you can kind of see it like a almost like a tunnel. Like you can see kind of like cyber chasers, like Fairly Odd Parents. You are just like, you could see the other end of where this is going. You're starting to like follow this long like electronic data path, and as you kind of like navigate, you do see like yourself kind of get to the other side of it, and you see what seems to be this like young like you're looking through like a display at this point. Like you feel like you're seeing the other end. You see a young man with like a little domino, like half domino mask on, and it's also like a little golden domino mask. And he is like with golden gloves that kind of match the same gold that you see him from Might Knight. And he's just like kind of like typing away at this little like computer. And you can kind of see the rest of the room that like you're in right now. And you look and see on the back of it, it says Pride Globe. And you immediately recognize that as like one of the news stations that takes place in the city of True Pride City. As you see that though, like, and you kind of like are discerning that this could be like Pride Globe, the headquarters. You see as like the person that's typing stops typing and goes, "Oh, what do we have here? What is on the other end of this? Is somebody watching?"
I immediately withdraw from the hack.
Immediately. Perfect. You're right back to where you're at. That data's cut off.
Thank you for the assistance, Felix. That was very, very helpful. I was able to find where this signal or this broadcast is originating from, and potentially who is sending it out, although I don't know who they are exactly. All I can tell is that there is a lot of gold. They love gold.
Tacky.
Very, very, very tacky.
It is
Very
Might
good.
Knight's MO.
Yeah.
Did it sound like Might Knight?
GM, did it sound like Might Knight?
It did not. The voice is very different.
The voice is very different. No, it was definitely not Might Knight. Although they might be using some kind of vocal enhancement. So, no way of determining that until we're in the room with them. In terms of direction, where would we be looking to travel to?
You know that Pride Globe is in the middle. It's kind of one of the bigger skyscrapers in the middle of the city. So
Okay.
you know where it's at. It's not far. And also the mask system tells me to skip fast travel. So you guys can go right there if you'd like. We can take you right there whenever you want. So. But yeah, it's not a far walk.
Excellent. I know we didn't talk about it out of game, but do we have a automobile that we use, or some form of like travel? Do we have like a team van? We're the lunch mobile.
Let me ask, who would have their license out of the group? Like, who thinks they would have their license?
Oh, definitely Tally.
Tally would have their license, but Tally would never travel with the group. Tally would go aside.
Nico would probably have a license.
Okay.
Marcus also has a license, but it's not much help.
Can he not fit into the driver's seat?
No. I ride on top of it, on top of the van.
We've been looking into getting like a sunroof so that you could be in the car with us.
A retractable moonroof.
So right now I'm just on top of the Meals on Wheels van, just strapped in. There's a makeshift seatbelt we put up there.
Here's what we're gonna do. I want all of you. I'm gonna go one by one. I want all of you to give me one feature of what this vehicle would have, and I'm gonna build it out of the things that you say in the next sentence. We're gonna start exactly the way we did last time. Wences, I will have you go first. Sid second, Danny third, Sabrina. I know your character doesn't travel with them, but you can have something on there. And Andy, you can finish us out. One feature. We'll go really quickly. Go for it.
There is cardboard boxes of Max's Pizza as the rims, and I don't always travel with them. I seep into the shadows and just appear where I need to be at. But if I do travel, I find the deepest, darkest corner of the van and just sit.
So there's just a blanket,
Yeah.
that we propped up just
Like
to make that darkness. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you ever need to get in there.
Pizza boxes for rims.
it's so it's the paint job. It's aside from the makeshift car seat for me on top. The paint job is like a faded psychedelic colors with chips here and there, chips throughout the paint here and there.
Okay. I like it.
Probably like one of those undercarriage lights, like it flips rainbow, and there's like it kind of turns while they're doing it, kind of like a bat signal on the ground, but it's beep.
You say what? Did you say it's bebop? Is that what you say?
Pizza slice.
Pizza slices. Okay, got it.
Sorry to be practical. Tally has installed a tracker on the van that is connected to Listening Guy.
Ooh, okay.
There's a dock for Listening Guy to just snuggle in whenever.
like the little antenna with the Jack in the Box head. There's just like a little seat
so he can hang out.
Okay.
This vehicle, this van, is of course a VW bus, and it is very much psychedelic. It is repurposed, but it has like this these like chrome finishings on it that that Maxwell has installed. Serve no purpose whatsoever. Just makes the VW bus look slightly nicer, a little bit more modern, and it is fully electric.
Electric. I love it. I love it. Okay.
It runs on the power of friendship.
It does.
With bulletproof glass.
Bulletproof.
The back right one is faded a little bit, so you can't really see out of it. But bulletproof glass.
Okay. Like my favorite part. So you all see this VW with a psychedelic paint job with little paint chips in it. With you know what, with bulletproof glass. With rims made of pizza boxes. And a little antenna that goes somewhere. That's probably the tracker. But nobody knows that. They think it connects to the FM radio. And it also has like under it you see that little neon light that's like lighting up pizza slices, like little rainbow pizza slices kind of all over, like a little disco underneath almost.
It moves with the beat of whatever music song that we're playing.
Absolutely. It is just going wild to the FM that you have going with these very fancy like chrome finishings that are just like surrounding the sides all the way around. All of you see as it is getting lifted onto a tow truck, and they're like slowly pulling up the rope that's lifting it up because you left it in a no parking zone. So the group of you see as this truck is just loading it.
Maxwell immediately runs over and says, "Darn it, I forgot. Excuse me.
Yeah. What?
We have need of that is our vehicle. Guys, back me up on this. This is our vehicle. We need this vehicle immediately."
Well,
Yeah, also that sign says that we can park here until 5 p.m.
Yeah, and it's 4:59. So can you bring it down?
Listen, I only get paid until the end of the week. I'm trying to make that count. I do my job, and I do it pretty goddamn well. I know what fucking time it is, and it is after 5. And he turns back and goes, as you see him press the button and slowly start dropping the vehicle to the group of you, and he goes, "You know what? My bad. There's a lot of budget cuts in the city lately, with everything going on. So I that's my mistake. Don't tell anybody, please. I literally only have this job till the end of the week, so I need every paycheck I can get out of it."
That's fair.
That's totally fair. I don't feel bad. Here. And he hands him a slice of pizza.
Oh, hey, you're not so bad. And he takes a slice, and he's like, "What's your name, guy?"
I'm Maxwell. And Max, you just
Huh?
Maxwell does hear Marcus behind him saying, "Why?
Always lay down?
Do you always have a piece of? Why are you carrying a piece of pizza? You don't even eat the pizza."
Is it?
I don't know. I thought somebody might be hungry.
Can I send a telepathic message to the tow guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you touch our van again, I will end you.
And I'm just casually walking out with a pizza box and eating pizza.
Roll me a danger roll.
Yeah. My favorite, Billy. Thanks, man. That is a 9.
I just want to say, Maxwell had this very calm. This was a good situation. This is getting fine.
I just got there. I don't know what was going on.
You say this, and he goes, "Fucking, all right, I'll never touch the van again. I don't know Okay. And he like takes a step back and another step back. And as he's like backing up, he kind of like looks at the group of you and says, "That's why nobody fucking deals with heroes. Like, I'm sick of this." And he takes a step back and he starts walking in the other direction, back into his car. But that playful joke he had, like that face, that look he had on his face, soured very quickly. And the pizza, like, he kind of just like doesn't take another slice out of it. And he seems to, like, as he gets in the car, you see him roll the window down, he just throws the fucking slice out the window. He starts the car.
No, no. Oh,
That's really
that
good
was
pizza.
that was that was
I thought it was going well. I don't know what happened.
it was he was gonna yeah.
Yeah,
We were vibing, right? That's the
awesome.
word, vibing.
Yeah.
We were vibing. Yes.
You're using that, right? Yeah.
I just saw the car getting picked up from the window, and I just
Nobody heard. Nobody heard what you said, so you can totally keep it secret if you want.
I'm just playing it off like I just got here, man.
Callie would have been watching from the top of the roof. And while all of this was going on, like kind of shaking her head, like, oh gosh, I hope they get this car. I hope that, it would cost a lot of money to get a new one. And she's going to pull out that seal. And I would like to try something. I feel like she would keep like a notebook with her. And I want to tuck the seal behind one of the pages and like shade over it to see if I can get any more detail from the seal than what I can see just from the wax.
Interesting. Yeah. Ooh, okay. I want you to give me 1 second. I very much apologize. I'm gonna see something very fast. I would like.
Did it? Broke him.
I'm down. I'm out. Okay. This is gonna come at a cost. If you're trying to look at this wax seal and you are trying to like really, like, how are you trying to study it? Like, how are you trying to look at, like, are you trying to like sketch it, like sketch over it to see if it like you can find anything out of it? Or are you trying to like look at, like, kind of examine it?
Yes. So it's putting it under the paper and like sliding the pencil over it so it gives the outline more, and it's to see any indents or uplifts that she wouldn't have seen just from the naked eye on the seal.
I'm gonna have you roll superior, but here's the cost. If this fails, you are going to scribble through and ruin that wax seal with the pencil.
Oh no!
That is the cost for this.
4 and 6, 10.
You go through and like you start like sketching it out, and as you kind of like get it just right, you do lock onto something on it, something that you missed the first time, and it's interesting. You recognize this because you've seen this. Where have you seen this? You think about it for a minute, and you're trying to place it. And then you remember, you know this stationery. You know this seal. You've seen this seal. It's been from, well, I'll just say for the sake of your character, you've been around enough to know whose seal this is. I could say you personally would know whose seal this is.
No. Was this tip delivered directly to our address?
Yes.
Ren is... Oh no. She's sprinting. She's like running on the rooftops, trying to get away from here.
All of you are heading towards Pride Globe, correct?
Who, I mean, I don't have a license, but I can drive this.
Nico is probably driving.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Even though, oh no, oh never mind.
I do wonder if we get pulled over by a cop, if that happens, is it my license or is there like a special superhero?
Oh no, you you got a driver's license. And the worst part is like if you're in superhero identity, you have to give them the license with your real name, and so they know who you are.
Oh my God.
And also, I don't think your car is measuring up to like what needs to be like to actually be roadworthy. I think the cardboard rims might be the thing that that put you over the line of maybe getting pulled over.
Board rims and a titanium chassis. So,
Yeah. Can I say that as
Alien
we're driving
technology,
over there, Maxwell's sitting in the passenger seat, shotgun, by the way, and he like starts playing with the radio, and he gets at the right station, and it's this as is appropriate for Maxwell. The radio is playing basically imagine if Cascada every time we touch was turned into metal music, and which is actually a thing. Like there's a band out there called Electric Callboy just dropped a new song which is basically a cover on this past Wednesday, and it is that song just sort of playing, and Maxwell's just banging his head as the VW bus gets underway.
Absolutely, I love this. You guys are jamming. These pizza lights underneath are like really vibing to the mix that you just put on, and you are on your way there to Pride Globe. You have this moment where you're kind of taking side streets to avoid getting. You know that you would get pulled over. I think you guys understand that your car is not roadworthy. So you're cutting through like different alleys and stuff, and also you see Tally is like running the roofs alongside you, and you head your way there, picking up at Pride Globe. Just a moment. Hell yeah! You arrive on the scene. As you get there, you see Pride Globe. I mean, it doesn't look worse for wears right now. Like you can't see in the building, but it looks like it's untouched. Like there's you can't like see anybody outside or anybody like around, but it looks like a business. Like nothing out of the ordinary, I'd say. As you kind of see people like just like walking through and walking around a bit, you guys pull your van like directly up to and like park right outside the building, and you guys are all sitting out there. Tally, are you rejoining the group at this point, or are you still by yourself?
Tally would send listening guy down to be with them, but would be on a roof that has like good visibility for the inside of the building, like looking through the windows.
Okay. Perfect. You kind of stay where you're at right now. Like you get close enough to them, but still staying where you're at. The rest of you pull up in the van, and as it stops, you see this tall skyscraper of this like building that seems to be layered in color. Like it's like slowly changing color all the way up, but it says Pride Globe, and under it in little letters it says news. And it seems to be like a big like a journalist place, a big place to report any news. You know this. You actually, for once, you know this journalist hub to be like one of integrity and one that reports on the truth and not every single other thing that Kotaku might do. But yeah, it looks beautiful. It's a good time. Looks nice.
It's just stuck in the car seat. As everyone's going out, the seatbelt gets stuck.
Maxwell goes into the back and like assists them with like getting the seatbelt unstuck.
then I fall off the roof.
Nico makes like a big circular construct that kind of like softens the landing.
You gotta get that fixed.
Yeah, maybe we should put like stairs on here or something.
I'll ask
When-
Bebop to get right on it.
When listening guy flutters down, Tally would have given him a message that says we can't go back to the hot spot.
Bebop. You're sending it to Bebop?
No, to through listening guy when he comes down.
Okay, to the group. As it goes down, the rest of you hear that, and you hear as Tally's voice kind of like comes out of listening guy, and all of you hear that you can't go back to the hot spot.
I think Nico looks up in Tally's direction and is just like, why?
She just puts a finger up to her mouth.
I really started to like it there.
Same.
Is everyone like still in like civilian clothes, or like did everyone suit up?
That is up to all of you.
Maxwell's wearing a black t-shirt and, blue jeans with some, Nike Airs. And, but his, like, steel body is, like, very much apparent.
Just wearing pants.
Just pants.
Just pants.
The guy just wearing pants and one of those open vests. And if we gotta go into hero mode, I'm gonna put on my mask. But I don't know what to do. Like one of the Aladdin vests and just pants.
How many Minotaurs are there in this world, GM?
There is actually so weirdly enough, the Transformed is a very limited group. There's not many people that are like, and especially Minotaurs. You've not met another Minotaur yet, but it's very limited group.
Pants. Pants, open Aladdin vest.
Tally stays suited up around you guys, except when she's with you all, she wears her hood down. And you can see her like reddish brown hair that she has down in a short bob that's braided in two pieces in the back. And when she goes out, she has this hood up. She has this amethyst mask and this black like full body suit with the hood that has like the amethyst running throughout it and little embellishments.
Felix is just your typical emo kid, always wearing some band shirts with skulls and crossbones on it, wearing some grave stomping boots with spikes all over it. He's just in his own world. And when he turns into Erebus, he's very much gives off like a Red Hood vibe. Like a leather jacket, like red iris eyes and just claws for hands. Very spooky, very spoopy. So he doesn't like to turn into him unless he absolutely has to. After that, he doesn't have control.
Nico probably suited up. The domino mask is just a black domino mask. Like a black and red like leather suit. Typical superhero suit. With like a red, like not quite a cape, but like just a thing that's. She's got her hair pulled up, long black hair that's kind of dyed in the front and then into braids that are just blue. She's honestly, I don't know why she wears the domino mask because she's very noticeable to people because her eyes are, one eye is blue and one eye is pink, and then the blue hair, she thinks she's doing great at being disguised, but she's really not.
Love it.
So I look at everybody. I'm like, wait, are we suiting up? one said that. No one said anything. So I
Oh.
take off the vest. I take off the vest and and put on the domino mask. And then I kind of change color. I go from like that deep dark brown to a more of a grayish color. Let's see. Ready.
I love it. One thing that I will say that you note is you all see, as like you guys are kind of like gearing up. I'd say you guys probably spent like a couple minutes like gearing up and getting ready and like talking and like having the moment where listening guy kind of came down and talked to you. One thing that like kind of sticks out is like walking through a little ahead of you guys. You see that tow truck like parked near where you guys are at, like the one that was trying to tow your VW. And like walking by the front of the building, not going in, but just kind of like walking down, is that tow truck person. But they look different now, and you notice like their skin is like very gray and like very like not even pale, like gray, like almost grayscale, and they just look like they're kind of shuffling like very slowly and like walking with like unfocused eyes as they're just like heading down the street. But it only sticks out to you because you just met them moments ago and they didn't seem like this. But Pride Globe is open to you. You could totally go in if you'd like. If you'd like, whatever you want to do. You're heroes. Plan your way in. This is all you.
Is there a chyron of sorts on the outside of the building that is like this, you know, like a big like virtual or digital sign that, you know, displays the latest news headline?
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, definitely. There is like a big, I would say probably it goes from like floor 2 all the way up to like floor 15 is just this big sign that's just virtual spinning different messages.
And what does it say currently?
Right now it says paid heroes ? Like and it's like goes to like another thing and it says all about the controversy coming to you, and like another thing that comes up and it says infestation of hoodlums, and it shows that like the masked people that I described to you guys before, the Fade, like different pictures of them, and it's cycling like more and more news stories as you go.
I don't know we can get paid for this.
Yeah, who's getting paid?
Yeah, man. What the hell?
If we get paid, we kind of need a sponsor, honestly.
We do need sponsors. And we need to stop getting paid in pizza.
You make better pizza anyway, Max.
Yeah.
Aw. I appreciate that, guys. Hey, listen, I remember like the feedback cards back at our place, like, you know, in the center, back in the common area. I really appreciate all of the helpful tips that you've given me about my pizza. I know the carrots were a bit of a stretch, but like, you know, all of
Marcus loves those.
Yeah.
all the positive, you know, things you've said. I really appreciate that. Now, about this building thing that we're going into, is there like a telepathic or a digital link between Guy, the dragonfly, and Tally up top?
That's
Tally would have like an earpiece and be able to listen to what's going on.
Tally, do you have eyes on any activity on any of the floors? Is there anything that is striking you as out of the ordinary?
Tally is searching the floors as fast as she can, specifically looking for glimpses of gold.
That's specifically what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just had to specify. Okay. I will say...
Why?
Alright. Go ahead and roll me... I'd say, like, you're looking, and the only reason, I don't want you guys to roll for every action, but I do want you to roll for this one. Roll me a danger roll.
Oh. 5 and 2, 7.
Neat. You are, like, you kind of, like, scan the floors, and as you're kind of, like, going through, you get to, like, the top floor, and as you kind of look up and you see what seems to be this like office almost that's kind of open. You do see a glint of, like, gold. Like, you see a glint of somebody. I need better ambiance. Also, welcome everybody that's joined us. You're all awesome. You see this gold glint of like a speckle off their glove. And as, like, you kind of, like, look, you're trying to focus a little bit harder to see what it is. And you notice something up there is like has the floor completely cleared. Like, you kind of see the person that's, like, wearing the gold, but it doesn't match Might Knight. It does, however, match Sir Boy, his lesser known sidekick. And as you see him kind of, like, typing away at this computer, you see him, like, look over and, like, throw his hand up and, like, kind of, like, in, like, an anger almost. And you see these innocents, like, different civilians kind of off in the corner, like, tied with, like, their arms behind their back, and, like, and as they go to say something, like, they like, you see him, like, yelling again. But a 7 is a mixed beat. So as you're locking on and trying to figure out, like, what is going on with that situation, you hear breathing behind you, close, like, very close to you. And as, like, you kind of hear it for the moment, you hear, I would leave now and just don't come back. Do you understand? Do not turn around. Do not make a move. If you do, bad things will happen.
Do I recognize this voice?
You do. Sounds like one of your friends, but very hard to pinpoint, like, which one of them. It sounds, like, muffled. Like, you can hear it because you have a background with tech. You can hear, like, the voice is muffled under something, but, like, you recognize this voice, like, for sure, but you can't pick which friend it sounds like.
Callie pauses for a moment. Taps on her earpiece. They're on 3, disconnecting. And then the connection between Tally and listening guy is separated.
Tally? Tally, are you there?
Nothing. Silence.
We can't just leave all those people to die.
I'm offering a mercy, something that I know my friends won't.
Your friends.
My friends.
If I told them to turn around, the people down there, they're heroes. They wouldn't. What are you?
To ask that, you feel oddly like you want to be angry, but something, like, your emotions don't feel like they're kicking in as hard as you, like, would normally, like, the feeling that you normally would feel right now, you feel like you would feel, seems dull almost. As you ask that, you hear, I am someone that has experience in these situations, and that is why I am telling you to walk away. That's my last warning. This is my last message to you.
Callie does not turn around, but she reaches behind her and tries to grab hold of the person.
Roll me a danger.
6 and 4 again. 10.
10. You grab, like, you reach back to grab. And as you do, like, you do grab hold. You grab, like, a hand. And, like, as you kind of, like, you go to, like, see the rat. Like, you go to, like, just, like, hold on to it. It seems to be, like what seems to be a glove. And it kind of just, like, slides off in your hand. And the person that was in that glove makes their way. Like, they just start, like, booking it. As you finally do turn around, you see this person, like, hopping off of the roof you're on and, like, going down in the alleyway.
Callie reconnects. I will warn you that it looks dangerous in there. I want to look at the glove. Does it seem similar to Sir Boy's?
It doesn't. You're looking at it for a second, and it... Let me ask a question. Does anybody in this party... Do any of you wear gloves?
Nico does.
Looks like Nico's.
So does Erebus.
Looks like Nico's glove.
I can see Nico down there as well, though.
You can.
Callie says through listening guy, something's going on, but whatever it is, they know who we are, and I've been warned not to go in. But
Tally, you're back. We lost you there for a second.
Maxwell, it's everybody. There's people in there, and they need saving, but it might come at a cost.
But we have to.
Maxwell looks at everybody else in the group that's on ground level and says, something's off about Tally. They seem unsure about the next steps that we need to take.
Shaken. Sally, are you okay? Did something happen?
When you say that, Tally pins the glove that was taken from the person behind her and shoots it down in front of your feet.
And we can all see that this glove looks exactly like Nico's glove.
Exactly. Like, it just looks like the same glove. Only difference, there's, like, a small rip in it. But, yeah.
Is it ripped from the arrow or just from when Tally grabbed?
Looks old. Looks older.
Oh, looks older.
Mm-hmm.
Is Nico wearing
Yeah.
both her gloves?
Mm-hmm.
Nico, that looks like yours.
I don't know how. I have them on.
Do you have any spares that you might have left anywhere?
Lost, even?
I don't think so. I take really good care of my stuff.
Does anyone else wear gloves like yours?
Would I know anything about them?
They're unique. You wanted... I would say that, like, you really liked and you can speak for your own character. I may be just like making this, but I would say that like you picked your outfit to make it something personal. I would say that these gloves were something that you picked and possibly made on your own. I don't think there would be another pair of gloves to match yours.
No, I made this. I don't
Sir
like
Boy.
that somebody's pretending to be me.
Sir Boy could get away any minute, Tally says through listening guy. We have to make a choice, in or out.
Tally, really quick, do you clock the tow truck guy? Were you able to see where he went? There's the tow truck guy, the guy who was towing our bus.
Yeah, I see his truck. I think since Tally was looking through the window, she wouldn't have been able to track him at the same time.
It is interesting that he was trying to tow our bus and then he shows up right back here, right where we needed to go.
What did he say to you all before he left? He looked upset.
He threw away our pizza. And
He said this is why nobody likes us.
Us? As in us, or us?
I think he meant superheroes.
Yeah, I think it was more of a superhero deal.
Do the people inside have that same fallen gray look that he had?
That's why I asked you if you were looking for some gold. You didn't notice.
So what floor is everyone on?
They're on 3.
3.
I think I might have made a mistake. So they are the one that you seen them on was 20, which was the highest floor. It was the penthouse like office, but like scanning through, you didn't see anything else throughout the floors. You weren't looking for anything too out of the ordinary besides like exactly what you were trying to find, and that's what got your attention.
GM, since I spoke to him telepathically, would I be able to attempt to like speak to him and kind of like gauge where he might have went?
Roll. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna let you do it. Okay. Here's what I want.
Tell me.
I want you to roll me. I want you to roll me a freak roll.
I'm good at that. That is a 6 and a 4. 10.
10. You like kind of hear like you successfully like connect to him. And you hear, I'm worthless. Who am I even to anybody else? Why would I don't know how I'm ever gonna face my family again. And you just hear that like walking.
You all see like Felix close his eyes and like levitate a little bit and then like snap right out of it.
Felix, what was that?
He was talking to himself, saying that he wasn't himself anymore. He can't face his family again.
Okay. Please let us know in the future. That looked like Erebus there for a second. Just let us know if something like that is about to happen, because when Erebus gets involved, things get a little crazy.
Yeah, kind of working on that. But more important.
I mean, you do you, but like, we love you, but things do get a little crazy when he's around.
Yeah. we'll put a pin in that. He said he wasn't himself anymore, and he could never face his family again. So if something happened between him towing our bus, or attempting to getting here now, in that time frame, is there anyone that could potentially have an effect on someone like that in that short amount of time?
Or maybe the reason that he was that way was because he failed to tow our bus.
That does make sense.
Regardless, we need to find a way inside this building. GM, is there an adjoining like parking structure that has like underground? Does this building have underground parking that would give us access?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely looks like there's like little car parks that kind of go like in on both sides and under the building.
Well,
So,
this is perfect. We don't have to park on the street, and hopefully we won't get towed again.
Yeah.
Nico, would you be able to park down below and we'll just follow you down? I don't want to make Marcus get back into the high chair again.
I just hold on to the back.
Yeah, I can do that.
How dope would it be if just Marcus and Maxwell just decided to carry the bus down into the parking structure?
You double parked. Let me fix it.
Let's to the left. Right. Too much left. Too much left.
I love this group. If you guys start heading your way in. If you guys are all holding on to different parts and like making sure that you're attached to the VW, you head like down and around the car park and inside under the building. As you enter, I will say Maxwell.
No, not me.
No,
Not me.
Maxwell.
No.
Marcus, Nico, and Arabin. Well, all of you. I should just say all of you, but I wanted to make it dramatic.
That's okay.
As you all kind of enter the building, something strange happens. It feels weird. Nico, your first thought is you think about that glove, and you think about, could I have done that to Tally? Like, your thoughts are racing at this point of like, maybe you did do. You don't know your powers, do you? You're not sure. You feel like very, you don't feel okay. I want you to mark me a condition of guilty. Maxwell. Actually, I'm going to ask Maxwell and Marcus. I know both of you are transformed. Do both of you have a previous version like of yourself before you became what you are now?
I do, yes. Marcus does.
If Maxwell did, he doesn't know about it.
Okay.
As far as he knows, his creator made just one of him.
Okay. Marcus, you start getting glimpses of your old town, like the small town that you came from. Like, you start like getting glimpses of your previous self and the feelings of being like alone. Like, you don't feel okay right now. Like, you feel afraid. Something is giving you fear right now entering this building, and you don't know what that is. And this isn't just like your emotions and anxiety. Like, things are getting like heavy out of nowhere. Like, you feel heavy going into this place. I want you to also mark me a condition. Mark me afraid. Maxwell, you start getting thoughts of like, maybe you weren't the first one made. And for some reason, like, while that may not be something that's super like emotional or like heavy, you start thinking, was I not good the way I was? Like, why would there be more of me? And that thought just keeps like persisting and persisting. I don't want you to mark a condition just yet, but you don't feel great right now. You feel like emotional. Um,
Is it possible, given that Maxwell's sort of his entire thing with this group is that he's very like cognizant of like changes in like temperature and like whenever somebody starts to like sweat or just because of whatever stress or anxiety they might be feeling or especially like during combat and analyzing certain things,
Mhm.
is he able to see a change in Nico and Marcus?
yeah, you're starting to notice like everybody's getting like a little bit more you notice people are starting to get more antsy, like kind of getting more withdrawn a bit, almost quiet. It's starting to like make itself known. And you even start seeing signs of like Erebus coming out. Like you start seeing like as for yourself, Wences, uh, you start feeling like a shift, and it's not. You feel angry, but you can't figure out why you feel angry. Please mark the condition angry. Not to just give you all
Maxwell
conditions, by the way.
Maxwell is going to sort of like catalog all of these like random or seemingly random changes, but by the fact that they're where they are and that these are all happening at the same time, he using because we're all on like a comm system, right?
Mhm.
We're all able to talk, even though some of us are in close proximity, but Tally's up high. Maxwell is just going to try and encourage everyone. He's going to say, "Look here, gang. We have got this. We don't need to worry. Whatever's in there, whatever is happening, we'll be able to come out on top. We're the Lunch League. That's what we do.